What's good, my Regal kings and queens? Welcome to Zed Regal Mindset. This is the place where the mindset, it always matters. Now, today's reasoning is called fitness for life. See, it's about the body, the mind, and the spirit or the soul, the power of three. Now, funny enough, that was the first business name for my massage, body, mind, and soul massage therapies. It's changed now, but it still resonates until this day. It's the power of three. It's the physical, the mental, and the spiritual. We have to develop the muscles to become fit for life in every area of life. It creates the skidangle boom, the balance. Do you understand? So one thing I learned, and I remember as a child, that I had a dream, the very same dream 3 times. The exact same dream 3 times. I don't know anybody who's had that. And I was probably about, I don't know, between the ages of 2 and 5, and it stuck with me until this day. I was on stage, massive stage, just me on a spotlight. And I could see people, faces, as far as the eye can see. I'm outdoors. I'm talking millions of people. That's what it looked like. And it felt like everybody was there to see me. There was nobody else there but me. They were there to see me. This has always stood out in my mind and has been in the back of my mind. Always. This has given me the feeling and the knowing that I'm supposed to be on stage somehow doing something. Not knowing what it was, but I knew I was given this vision from a very early age. Now, as I've gone through life and I've done all these different things, you know what I mean? I used to say music, media, massage. I do so much more than that. I'm a NLP practitioner, life coach, a hypnotherapist. I mean, I used to do these things naturally before I actually went and studied them. I'm an author, I'm a creative, I'm a healer, I do so many different things. You understand? And especially within the creative arts, there were times where I would reach highs and think, yeah, this is what the dream was showing me. And then the roller coaster journey would just take me down a bit and I'd be like, no, it's not the time yet. It's like the most I was saying, yeah, but not yet. Not yet. Yeah, there's more to learn. There's more for you to do. You know what I mean? And on this journey, people would see what I'm doing and be like, yo, Regal, don't you want to bust? Don't you want to be up there? And I'd be like, yeah, but my journey's different. I got more to learn. There's more for me to do. It's not that time yet. You understand? And I'm still battling physical challenges and things like that. But fitness for life for me, it was definitely about making sure that I was working all of my muscles. So I would go to the gym 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. By the end of the week, I'd have to make sure that I'd exercised every muscle group so that they were continually growing week by week. As well as doing that, I had to have a massage every week because these muscles would get tight. It would tighten up my leg, which would make it go even shorter than 2 inches, which would affect my walking, which would affect my ability to do all these different things that I'm doing in the creative arts, in the healing arts, in the socializing, the professional life, in all, the family life, all of that. You know what I mean? I had to find the balance, the skidangle boom, which is why I say I came up with the philosophy of time, TIME, transform, inspire, motivate, or be empowered. Do you understand? If we're not doing any of those 4 things, for me in my life, I realized I wasn't doing anything. I was stuck. I was still. I wasn't progressing. I wasn't moving forward. That became a teaching. That became a workshop that I would help people with. Do you understand? So fitness for life, I mean, it really started with the exercise. I had to be disciplined. I had to go and do this exercise, even on the days where I didn't feel like it. Sometimes I'd go to the gym and I'd go in there, look at a weight, pick it up, do 1 rep, put it down and walk out. But I still maintain a discipline to go no matter what. You understand? I'd go the next day and it might be better, or, my physical might be unbalanced. So I wouldn't be able to do it until I get it sorted. But either way, it was the maintaining the discipline to continue to build, continue to grow, continue to get stronger, to get more flexibility, more mobile with my physical body. And I'm grateful that I was able to do that, because when I was knocked over and my leg was broken, I remember being in a private hospital in Edgware, and there was a young man called Mahaj, and he'd broken his leg playing football at school. And unfortunately, he got an infection in his leg and ended up having to have the leg amputated. Now, I felt for him, but I at the same time, I also felt grateful that my leg wasn't amputated, because again, things could be worse than the situations that we faced every day. Do you understand? I mean, I still had to go through multiple operations. It still affected me for the past X amount of decades, but I was grateful that I didn't have to have it amputated. It allowed me to do certain things. It allowed me to be able to go to the gym. So I'm very mindful of, people's different physical abilities or disabilities. You know what I mean? And as a transferable skill, a transferable mindset in trying to achieve my visions and what I felt, it transferred into the mind. I had to reprogram my mind from ways of being and ways of thinking into new ways of living and new ways of thinking and new ways of acting. It's a muscle. I had to work on it every single day in order to be better than the person I was yesterday. Do you understand? Keep learning, keep moving forward, becoming more flexible and mobile and adaptable on a mindset level. Do you understand? I had to release the things that no longer served the person I was becoming, that no longer served the dreams and the visions that I'd been given to achieve, because the old version of me couldn't come forward to this new place that I'm creating. Do you understand? The spiritual side. Remember, I'm talking about the power of three, fitness for life. The spiritual side of me. I'm not religious, even though I was brought up around religion. I'm highly spiritual. Yeah, I connect with the Most High daily. It's just part of me. The Most High is within me. Me and the Most High are one. That's how I feel, and that's what it is. It took me a while to be able to come forward and say it big and bold and proud, because a lot of people wouldn't understand it. They wouldn't get it. They wouldn't accept it. But I'm now in a place of self-overstanding, and I don't care what anybody thinks, because this is my truth. This is who I am. This is who I've become, and this is who I'm always supposed to become. And who you see here today talking with you is not the person you're going to see in the next 5-10 years. You're going to see an evolved, better version of who I am now. Do you understand? It's part of being fit for life. It's part of evolution. It's part of growing. We all have to go through it, no matter what challenges we face every day. Do you understand? And the things that we learn in different areas of life, again, it's a transferable skill. The lessons we learn. So many people go through hardships and challenges in life. We have to learn how to handle the adversities that we come across. It builds muscle memory. Whether you're going to the gym, working your bicep or your chest, whether you're working your mind and learning something new and learning how to deal with situations on a mental level, or whether you're building your spiritual knowledge, your connection with the Most High, your connection with the universe, connection with, you understand? It's all about discipline. You have to build the muscle, you understand, in order to get to the next level. You see what I'm saying? It's repeating patterns. Not the outdated patterns. A lot of people repeat the outdated patterns and they get the same thing. We end up frustrated because we didn't learn the lessons of the patterns that kept repeating. We just kept doing the same thing. And as time goes on, people reach their 20s, their 30s, their 40s, their 50s, their 60s and beyond, and they're still in the same place mentally. They haven't healed themselves. They haven't decided to break the chain and release the pattern and do and be something different to what they've always known. Sometimes it's because the environment doesn't support that. It just keeps them stuck in a place. This is why self-discipline is key to fitness for life, for your life, for change, for transformation. This is why time is important. What you do with your time is important. If you're not transforming or being transformed, inspire or being inspired, motivate or being motivated, or empowering others or being empowered, what are you doing with your time? That's my philosophy. It's something that I use every day and I share. Like, I'm an entrepreneur. I've got that entrepreneur mind, that entrepreneur spirit. It's in me. It's been in me from I was born, but it's also something that has been forged through tough life situations, challenges, and relationships. I didn't have a choice. If I wanted to do something, I didn't necessarily have the money where I can just spend out and get what I want. I had to create something. I had to make the most of what I had. I had to be resourceful. I had to create. I had to learn. I had to train my mind to be able to achieve things with little. You see what I'm saying? The entrepreneurial mindset, everything I started from scratch. Whether it's the record label, I bought the equipment and gradually built up to be able to produce music, mix music, do lots of different things in music. As a healer, I bought the massage couch. I'd learned different skills, whether it's normal massage, sports massage, cupping, hot stones, Reiki. Like, I would keep building, start from scratch, keep building, master each bit, keep building, keep moving forward. Do you understand? So many different sides to me. It's all about keep moving forward. It's all about self-teaching. You understand? Researching. There's so many. I'm inspired by everything and everyone, good or bad. I could hear a conversation online or out a road and I can be inspired. Something of that will just spark something in me. Like, oh, okay, that was interesting. I will go and research it. Good old YouTube, Google, whatever it is. Or maybe I know someone who's into that kind of field of whatever it is in my mind that I'm inquiring about. And ask them questions. Then I'd go and research it some more. And the more I research, the more I listen, the more I hear, the more things resonate with me personally. Might not resonate with other people, but for some reason, they do for me. So it's on me to increase my fitness, increase my knowledge, increase my wisdom, on every level, and keep following the journey of the information that I be finding to wherever it leads to. Do you understand? Fitness for life. It's a physical, it's a mental, it's a spiritual thing. All three of them work together. Do you understand? So that has been a really important part of my journey when I think about it. It's like some of this doesn't always resonate with people when I talk about it, but I'm now in a place where sharing my truth, sharing my story, that is my message. It's helped so many people throughout my life, whether they want to admit it or not. But sharing my journey, being able to help others is a big part of who I am and what I was born to do, which is why I'm here talking with you lot right now. You know what I mean? It's about being committed to self. It's about being committed to a goal, to achieving the goal, no matter how small or how big. It's about being committed to the project. It's about being committed to the relationship for it to reach a certain place, a point, or whatever it is. It's about that commitment and discipline. You understand? Because everything happens for, again, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. You understand? It's about what you're doing with your time. How are you growing? How are we progressing within ourselves. You understand? What are your goals? I knew what my goals were. And every time I set a goal and achieved the goal, then there's always a new one because I'd learned something new. Oh, now what can I do with this goal? Where can I go with it? You know what I mean? And that's when I'm asking these questions, it's going out into the universe, and then magically, synchronistically, someone would come across my path and they'd say something in line with what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh, okay, you're a divine angel, you're sent to me. You're supposed to help me with what I'm, do you understand? This is how the universe works. You understand? When you're manifesting things with the right intentions, or it doesn't even matter, whatever intention you put on something, that's what you're gonna get. If you thinking bad stuff, you're gonna get that. If you're thinking good things, you'll get that too. Do you understand? So the mindset always matters. We create the world that we live in. I create the world that I live in. Do you understand? People don't always get that, but I have. I'm here because of the choices that I've made in the past. Do you understand? The place that I'm heading, who I'm going to be tomorrow, is based on the choices that I make today. Just like yourselves. The mindset always matters. Do you understand? Fitness for life is, it's a body, it's a mind, it's a spiritual thing. You get me? We have to learn emotional intelligence. We have to learn intelligence on every level, because it helps us to discern the things that are for us and the things that aren't. You know what I mean? The things that are for our highest good and the things that will keep us stuck in old ways of being, in old patterns. You know what I mean? And if you really want change, and if you really want to achieve the best version of yourself and the things that you really want in this life, it's all about being fit. You understand? It's all about building that muscle. You understand? So the muscle has memory. You know what I mean? So even if you fall forward or back, you can always rise up because you got the foundation. You understand? To keep you strong and staunch. You get me? Fitness for life. And that's on every single area of life, whether it's corporate, social, professional, creative, personal, public, online. You got to be internet ready nowadays, or else you can get quickly cancelled and people can quickly mess up your life. Yeah, and that can become a mental and emotional things. You understand? The amount of people that have suffering from depression and all kinds of different things from online antics. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Fitness for life. It's all about building those muscles. You know what I mean? It's a spiritual thing. It's a physical thing. It's a mental thing. You understand? It's a mindset thing. And you have to remember, discipline creates results. Motivation doesn't always work. It works for a period of time, but it's hard to stay motivated sometimes because of maybe feelings, external whatevers, you know what I mean? But discipline is the key to being fit for life in every area. You know what I mean? Finding that balance, finding your skidangle, boom, which means the balance in all things, is key. The mindset always matters. And that's the Regal mindset.